Okay, Shalom Israel. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, the honor city apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Now, Shalom to the elect. Real quick, I found this beautiful news right here, man. This is Iran, Turkey, and
The
Russia
fact that some
begin
countries
peace
in the
talks in
region, like the Saudi
Antalya.
regime, are mainly after sowing discord, creating divisions, tensions, and crises.
Well, Iran's foreign minister has called on regional countries to contribute to peace processes while slamming Saudi Arabia for its warmongering policies.
Unfortunately, we are witnessing the fact that some countries in the region, like the Saudi regime, are mainly after sowing discord, creating divisions, tensions, and crises. That's why they gain nothing but blowbacks. If they change tack, they may also contribute to the peace in the region instead of causing wars.
Zarif made similar remarks in an earlier tweet in which he described as ironic Saudi Arabia's anti-Tehran accusations. He says Riyadh is fueling terrorism, waging a war on Yemen, blockading Qatar, and fomenting crisis in Lebanon, while accusing Iran of destabilizing activities. Zarif is now in the Turkish city of Antalya, where he met with his Turkish and Russian counterparts to discuss the latest developments in Syria. The top diplomat says the trio are working to build on a ceasefire achieved earlier and to prepare for inclusive dialogue among Syrians. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has hailed the Antalya talks, saying the three countries have agreed upon all key issues regarding the Syrian peace process.
You see, so being that Saudi Arabia is being so aggressive as far as coming against Iran for Hezbollah, and they know that Saudi Arabia is being backed by America. All right, so this just brings all the key players out to the Middle East. All right, and Russia is a guard to the Iran and Turkey as well, man. All right, let's get that. Ezekiel 38:1. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog. So, as a prophet, we're supposed to be looking at Russia and the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith Yahweh power, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. All right, so the Most High is against these devils, these Russians, and I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws. All right, and predominantly, how is he doing that? Through America. All right, now this is in Wikipedia, Russia-United States relations. Russia-United States relations is the bilateral relationship between the United States of America and the Russian Federation, the successor state to the Soviet Union. All right, which the Soviet Union was known as more of a rougher portion of Russia. It says the United States and Russia maintain diplomatic and trade relations. So right now, it's supposed to be more of a calm, more settled relationship between them two. The relationship was generally warm under the Russian president Boris Yeltsin until the NATO bombing of the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia in the spring of 1999, and has since deteriorated significantly. So that's America for you, man. That's America for you. This place is about war. All right, and that's how the Most High set America up. Set these devils up. Set these devils up, man. All right, because the Most High wants to take this place down. All right, so it says until the NATO bombing of the Federal Republic Yugoslavia in the spring of 1999, and has since deteriorated significantly. All right, so America ain't looking for no peace treaties. They might make it seem like that on the news, like the scripture say they shall say peace and safety, but then sudden destruction. In 2014, relations greatly strained due to the crisis in Ukraine. Russia's annexation of Crimea in 2015 over differences regarding Russian military intervention in the Syrian civil war, and from the end of 2016 over Russia's alleged interference in the 2016 U.S. elections. Mutual sanctions imposed in 2014 remain in place. You know, so that's the Mossad pulling hooks back in uh, Russia's jaw, man. All right, cause that's that's him. That's the pulling hooks in Russia's jaw is symbolically pulling Russia back into defense mode. See, before they wasn't in defense mode. They were making treaties with America. They were trying to have peace. But Lord, like, nah, we ain't having that. I ain't having that. All right, I'm gonna use you to bomb this bitch, and all thine armies, horses and horsemen. All right, talking about the nukes. All right, and we know that through what Joel, I believe it was what Joel the 2 or Joel 3. All of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Persia is Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, as you can see here. Persia, all right. So where does Turkey come in? Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Now what? You use shield and helmet for what? Going to war. All right, and we know what every war has basically started off through so-called terrorism. Like with ISIS, man. That's why America's still in Iraq now. All right, and now what? They got this Hezbollah thing going on. All right, which basically they said I believe, yeah, you got Saudi Arabia going against Iran because they believe that they set this Hezbollah, this ISIS regime up, man. Which we know is, through the spirit, is all a proxy war. Gomar and all his band, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer, which Gomer is Turkey, and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. All right, so this is just the start of a bigger plot. World War III. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. All right, because the scriptures speak about how all these other nations they're going to beat they pony hooks in the plowshares. Let's see. That's not the one I want. And it also goes to prove, man, because you got this guy over here talking about what's this guy Dr. Gene Kim, this gook, talking about those are the real the so-called Jews in Israel are the real Jews. All right, real quick, that Isaiah 2 cuts that, man, because it says Isaiah 2 and 3, and he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. And that's how you know that's not talking about them so-called Jews over there, because they've been they've been in the land since was in 1948. They've been warring against them Ishmaelites over there, them Palestinians. You know, they've been at war with Ishmaelites, man. You even had Gamal Abdul Nasser, man. He said, "What? You will never live here in peace." The Jews came back, left black and came back white. Oh, so like I want to get Joel 2. Forgot real quick. Was it 3 and 10? I can't remember. Well, this is talking about how we know the horses is some nukes. I think it's 3 and 10, Salakia. Can't find it. I'll just try to quote it. 3 and 10. Beat your plowshares and the pruning hooks. Slocky, I'm going to start at 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be awakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So like I said, man, this is beautiful. Alright? There's the plot thickens, as they say. The plot thickens, man. Alright? Exodus 15 and 3. Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. So with that, I hope brothers are edified. Shalom.